Hi guys, we are gonna see the answer for the particular question given this week. So the first question is the program must accept the string as an input and it has to print as the following condition. So if a character uh, is already repeated, we have to print it in a new line, else it has to be printed in the same line. For example, in the test case, A B C D D A B C D E F G, the character goes like that. And let me take the character one by one. So, for example, here the A appears first time, so it is printed, and B appears for the first time, so it is printed in the same line as A, and C also appears the first time, so it is printed in the same line. D also appears in the first time, so it is also printed in the same line. But when it comes to the A again, it is repeated the second time, so it is printed in the new line. As though B, it is also repeated the second time, so it is printed in the new line. And C, it is also printed, sorry, also coming the second time, so it is printed in the new line. And D also is coming the second time, so it is printed in the new line. When it comes to E, it is now only appearing the first time, so it is printed in the same line as D. So F, it is coming the first time, so it is printed in the first. So logic goes like this: you have to check whether the particular character is before it, like we have A, whether it is repeated elsewhere before it, like for example, let us take the second occurrence of A. We have to check that particular A is appeared in the characters before it. So if it is appeared, we have to print it in a new line, else we will be printing in the same line. So let us do this. So first let me solve it in Python. So since most of us will be using Python and we'll be sticking on to two languages such as Python and C. So first let me do in Python. I'm just opening my Python IDE and opening a new file. So first let me get a string. Let me name it as a variable A. So for taking input, we'll be using input dot script. So this script will be used to remove the extra spaces when we are getting the string as an input. And now I am iterating to a loop until the last of the particular string. So len of a will return the length of the particular string. For example, if the string has 15 characters, it will return 15. So the return type of len is numeric. So I'm just iterating the particular loop until the end of the string, and then I'm just checking if a of I in operator will be used to check whether the particular character is in that substring or a list or a sequence or whatever, whether it is in it or not. It is as simple because Python is simple as English in the default. So a of a of colon I will return the particular characters before. For example, when I is equal to 3, it will return the character from 0 to 2. When I is equal to 4, it will return the characters from 0 to 3. Okay? So all the characters before the particular current string will be returned. If it is so, I'm just printing a new line. So else I'm just printing. We don't need an else here. We can just print it like it. A of I, comma, end is equal to. So this end is equal to quotes will print the characters in the same line in Python. So I'll just save it. I can save it as question 1 and running. So let me give the same output, that is A B C D A B C D E F G H. So as you have seen, it is returning A B C D since the first A B C D's characters are repeated only once. When the A occurs the second time, it is printed in the second new line. When B occurs the second time, it's going to be 9 and so on. So this is how it goes with Python for the first question. So let me complete the second question in Python. I'll just go into the C program. So the next question is, we have given a particular string and we have to print the given pattern. So the pattern are just simple when you understand the logic behind it. So finding the logic behind the pattern is a kind of job to you. When you find that particular logic, the code will be so easy. So the logic behind this particular pattern is, they have just splitted that given particular string and they have printed from like, for example, program is there. When we split into 2, they have taken G as the middle element, and then first they are printing the characters to the right of G, and then they are coming to like left of G. So the logic is, you have to first split up the particular string into 2 and then you can print the pattern, and there is a space before every row. That is nothing but the first row will have the space as length of the string, and the second row will have the space like length of the string minus 1, and it will be decrementing. So let us go into it. So let me open a new file. So I'll just write the code for it. So first we have to get the string, right? So let me name it whatever you want. I'm just naming it as A. Input dot strip. So then I have to first split up this particular string, and I'll just append it to a particular list, say B. So it is splitted like from the half, it is splitted first, like we have to split it from the middle element to the last first, and then the first to the middle element. So logic goes like this. So for first I have to iterate from the middle to the last. So for I in range of len of double slash. So this double slash will return only the numeric value when divided. That is, say 5 double minus 2. It will just return only 2, not 2.5. So when you just need particular answers without decimal points, you can use this division. It is known as pro division in Python. So from the middle element to the last. So len of A, I am appending the particular characters of A to B first, and then the second iteration goes like, so from the first to the middle. So 0 to the middle before 1. So I'm just kidding. So I just forgot to say that in Python the for loop goes from 0 to n minus 1. For example, when you say like for I in range of 5, the iteration goes, the I values goes from 0 to 4. It won't include 5. Okay. So I'm just appending this particular thing again. And now I have to print the pattern. So now I'm just splitted up everything and just appended into a particular list. So if you want to see, you can just print the particular list for your understanding. And then I'm just now iterating to it to the last one. So let me say why I'm putting 1 comma len of A plus 1 later. Wait. So then for an range of So the first thing I have to do is I have to print the space. Okay. So the k value is initially len of k. Okay. So I have to first print n number of spaces, that is nothing but the length of the given particular string, and then I have to print, for example, when it is first row I have to print one character, when it is second row I have to print two characters. So when I give 1 comma n of I plus 1, so I can just give like for j in range of I. So when I is equal to 1, so when I is equal to 1, j goes from the first loop of j will be for I in j in range of 1. So it will be really confusion. So just listen keenly. So for the first iteration, the I value will be 1, and the j value will be for j in range of 1. So the value will be only 0. So the loop will go only one time. So now I am just printing. So what this particular thing will do is, when I is equal to 1, it will just print the only one character of that particular, that is you will be getting only one character of this B list. We are just appended all the characters of the A list into B, right? So when you see the output, it will be much clear. So then I have to print n spaces, that is nothing but for the first row I have to print spaces equal to the length of the string, and the second row I have to print the spaces length of the string minus 1, and so it will be decreasing, and the characters in each row will be increasing. So for the first row it should print only one character, for the second row it should print two characters. For that I have given another for loop inside the I for loop to, like, what to say, to make it simple, the outer for loop will iterate to rows, and the inner for loop will give the result for each row. If you want to go row by row, you have to give the logic for the outer row. Then you have to print the values in each row. You will be giving the logic in the inner loop. So when you are doing pattern problems, keep a note of it. Like when we want to go row by row, you will be giving the logic in the outer loop, and when you want to go inside the row, that is when you want to print or do manipulations in a row, you will be giving the logic inside of the row. So this making note of the same thing I have given over here. So let me save it and run so that I can explain. Just what I did so that you can have a clear idea. So your output will be like, when you give the same program, your output, like I have printed B of I, so that it will just stick on to the same character and it won't move on to the next character. So for this, what you have to do is I have to print J, and let me just one. Yeah, now you will be getting the visa output. So what is the difference between the two is, when you give the particular B of I, it will take the value of the outer loop I value. When how to say, like when you want to print the same elements in this, you can see that in a row the same character is printed. For in that case you can print the variable of the outer loop. When you want to have different characters in a row, you have to print the logic of, like, whatever you have given in the innermost loop variable you have to give. When you need the same variable to be printed in a row, you can give the variable of the outer loop. When you want different characters in a row, you have to give the variable of the innermost loop. So what you can just see, like you can just print what, like giving space over here. You can just play over here and learn what are the difference between patterns. So when you come to patterns, like it is not like you have to just print this is the way to do it, this is the way to do it. No, this is all about what you play around. Okay, I guess you get it. If any doubts, you can also contact us in our discussion forum. Thank you.